Another community beckons for AD4 TV radio, supported by the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism and the MacArthur Foundation, as they set out to uncover the dearth in public schools within the FCT. The crew find its way to Paikoro, another developing community in the Gwagwalada Area Council of Abuja. The population is quite large and growing fast, with evidence of government's presence visible in some areas. A general glance will convince an onlooker of a developing area council, just like any other in Nigeria's seat of power. However, a closer look beyond the lush surroundings of Paiko town reveals a primary school that predates Nigeria's independence. LEA Primary School Paiko, established over 60 years ago, presents a stark contrast.
If you go to the primary school, Precolonial primary school, the classroom is not enough, and the fencing too is seriously needed. The noise of the vehicle passing too.
Although the pupils had already closed school before the usual 12 noon or 1 p.m. regular closing time, the teachers were seen enjoying the natural breeze provided by the shade of trees outside the school. Surprisingly, these tree roots and shades also serve as alternative offices, not out of choice, but by circumstance.
There was a day that I even asked the pupils, I said, who will be a teacher? They give me 5 reasons. So from there, then they said they don't want to be a teacher. I said, why? You don't want to be a teacher? They told me a reason. Because with the suffering that we are facing, what we are passing, what the teacher are passing through, we want to be a teacher. So we are pleading to the federal government that they should take a teachers alone, provide our need for us. Our areas that is on ground, our entitlement that is on ground, it is discouraging the teachers. And also, personally, I must say personally, the facility that we have used, I will be the one to provide the textbook. They will support the federal government to provide books for the school. They are not doing it. I was the one that provided almost 5 material that I bought with my own money. That is what I have to do. Without, there is no textbook. This is evident. This is number 1.
We buy teaching materials by ourselves and then improvise some.
This is number 2.
That is why.
So the other one, I give other one for borrowing that they are taking from me. We bought it with our own money. No equipment, no facility.
There is the pressing need on the welfare of the teachers. That was why the first speaker told you we are doing it out of passion. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been in the school, or we would not even have the zeal to come and teach if we are to concentrate on the pay or the remuneration of service. Because they just left us or abandoned us as if we are nothing. And we don't know why they are taking primary education like this. They are treating us as if we are nothing, as if we are not government workers, and see the dilapidated structures. No, so many areas are on ground without being paid. And again, other entitlement that we're supposed to benefit in order to relieve us from the hardship, nothing is done. That was why even the recent strike, that teachers went on the strike, if not with the intervention of the minister that will look into it. That is the hope that is sustaining us to be here in the school, that you are able to meet us. Otherwise, you don't have met us, based on how they are treating us.
The first sight to catch one's attention is the school premises, where children between the ages of 5 to 15 spend hours acquiring education every Monday to Friday, or were exposed to the elements.
Now, escaped what happened here. We closed for the day, went home, we had savings here, came back in the morning, and then everything was down on the floor. So I think it was due as a result of one of the storms that pulled the solar that also collapsed the savings here.
The complete absence of a single block of fence to safeguard the pupils, school, and equipment since inception can only leave an onlooker to imagine the dangers that may befall the inhabitants, mostly small children. Speeding vehicles and motorcycles constantly posing threats to safety, contrary to the Safe School initiative.
ileba anya na ọtụtụ mpụ na nrụrụ aka jupụtara na ụlọ akwụkwọ gọọmenti ndị nọ n'isi obodo Naijiria bụ Abuja, tụmadụ ka o si metụta mmụta na agụmakwụkwọ n'ogo dịgasị iche iche n'ebe ụmụntakịrị nwoke na nwaanyị nọ, ndị ntorobịa, ụmụ nwaanyị tinyekwara ndị nwere nkwarụ sonye ihe emereme Leaves and Worms na AD for TV Radio, ebe a na-eleba anya ma na-atụgharị atụmatụ gọọmenti dịgasị iche iche ka o siri metụta isiokwu a akpụ n'ọnụ. Na-esonyere anyị n'ihe emereme a kwa izu ụka ọbụla n'akara mgbasa ozi anyị niile. Ọ bụ AD for TV Radio na njikọ aka Wolen Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism tinyekwara MacArthur Foundation kwadoro ma hụ maka nke a.
September 1955, this school was established, and see the state of the school. Fence and not safe. We are not safe. The pupils are not safe. You can see the distance. See the proximity of the classroom to the main road, and see cars and motorcycle passing. They can easily fall victim of accident, even within the school. Yeah. Everywhere is entrance and exit.
There's no toilet.
At all?
At all. We don't have toilet.
Because I saw only one here.
Yes. So that toilet is no way functioning. It's no function. It's just there.
So when teachers are pressed,
We have to go to bush.
You have to go to bush,
We are going bush.
and they are discouraging open defecation. And if you are pressed, what do? Will you leave school and run to your house before you?
Many of us have conditioned ourselves.
Yes.
Once we leave the house, we don't go anywhere until we get back home.
Turn back here, you hear the some people, if you are too pressed, you have to go by the corner, by the back of it, and you relent. For the puppies, they too go to the bush, and it's a risk.
Risky, yes.
Okay, it's very risky and dangerous because there are snakes in the bush, reptiles in the bush.
the Safe School initiative recommends ensuring schools provide a secure environment for pupils and students, protecting them from harm and promoting learning. This includes infrastructure, safety measures, and trained staff.
The package is so poor. The package is so poor. It's so discouraging. It is really discouraging. For example, somebody like me, I teach SS2, 3 classes, SS3, 3 classes, SS1, 3 classes. It's a total of 9 classes. So most times from the beginning of the day, from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m., you are in the class standing and talking. Now when you're done, you are exhausted. Now the remuneration is not enough to give you back the energy you have exerted in the classrooms. It is so unfortunate. But what do? We need to impact the lives of these children. If not, if we don't teach them, they will still affect the society negatively if they turn out badly. So that is why we are putting effort to do, believing that tomorrow will be better than today.
In Nigeria, organizations like Access to Humanitarian Assistance and Development Initiative, AHDI, support the Safe School Initiative through programs like the School Infrastructure Improvement Program, SIIP, and Stay in School Initiative, SISI, were established to improve infrastructure, provide resources, and keep children in school. How effective? One may ask.
Ku kasance tare da mu yayin da muke tattaunawa kan yadda matsalolin cin hanci da rashawa ya dabaibaye ingancin ilimi a makarantun gwamnati da ke birnin tarayya Abuja da ma Najeriya a matakan ilimi daban-daban, tasirin ilimin ga 'ya'ya mata da maza da ma masu bukata ta musamman, mata da matasa ma ba a bar su a baya ba. Kasance da kafar AD4 TV Radio don ilmantuwa kan manufofin gwamnati, tsare-tsare da ma yadda matakan aiwatar da su ke tasiri ko akasin haka. Yin tankaɗe da riraya na daga cikin abubuwan da muke baiwa muhimmanci. Ku tabbatar kun kasance da tashar mu ta AD4 TV Radio a kowane mako don sauraron wannan shiri. Bisa ɗaukar nauyin AD4 TV Radio da cibiyar Wole Soyinka da ke tallafawa binciken injin da tallafawar gidauniyar Makata.
Initially, when I was transferred to the school, I didn't find it funny because I was coming from a very big school that had all the facilities in place. For example, the school I was coming from, they had blocks of toilets, about 17 toilets for the staff, about 12 for the students. So we were very comfortable. Even if you didn't take your bath at home, maybe you traveled and you come into Abuja by 5 a.m., you could quickly go to school, freshen up in the toilets and enter your classes. that is very comfortable, and we have classrooms from where I'm coming from. So initially when I was posted to this new school, I didn't find it funny, but because of my passion for teaching and looking at the vulnerable children in this village, I decided to accept it. I've been there 4 years now, and I don't plan to leave because my children are there. I see them as my biological children. I treat them as my biological children, so I don't plan to leave. I only beckon on people who can help us. I said earlier, the students can't afford textbooks for English and mathematics, but we're able to get sponsors who would provide 25 textbooks for English for SS2, 25 for mathematics for SS2, 25 for English in SS3, 25 in SS, 25 mathematics for SS3. So what I do as an English teacher is whenever I'm entering the class, the students come to the staff room, they pack the 25 to any class I'm entering, they distribute it to the students, we use it and read for the day. And when we are done with the lessons, we return it back to the staff room. That is how we are going. So if you can get any assistance in at least making these children learn and feel belonged.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg. A closer look and inspection reveal many more areas calling for urgent attention.
We have library, but the library is empty. Our classes, people have internship inside the class.
Who sit on the floor. Many things have been happening.
If they want to go and change it, how are they going to do? No toilet, they know where they will hide. Even they want to urinate, they are urinating anywhere.
As regards the toilet facilities, right now we have just 4 toilets. 2 for the female teachers and 2 for the male teachers, and none for the students. We're still in a very local place, so the students defecate in the bushes around. But the PTA, that is Parents Teachers Association, had a meeting in August. During the meeting, just after the school vacated, they determined that by January they should erect structures, at least 8 toilets, 4 for male students and 4 for female students. That is the state of things. We are coming to classrooms. Like I said earlier, the school is just 5 years old. We have only 3 classrooms right now. Just a building comprising of just 3 classrooms. And the junior school that accommodated us gave us 6 classrooms. But in that particular compound, there is also a primary school. So the primary school gave us 2 classrooms, making up a total of 9 classrooms we have with 1 for staff. That is 1. We'll be converted 1 classroom to staff room for teachers. Then concerning the laboratories, we don't have anything. We only have the makeshift, lab that serves for chemistry, physics, and biology. It's combined. Have the chemistry items there, biology things, and physics things. And some of the teachers stay there because the staff room is already congested. So we are in need of laboratories, libraries, classrooms, and most importantly, toilets for our children.
A blackboard freshly covered with charcoal to enhance visibility of the chalk in this 21st century speaks volumes to the long way to go.
Unfortunately, this is the only school in these houses that use blackboard, apart from maybe those that are in the remote areas. Schools inside Gogolada are already using whiteboards. The school in Dobi is already using whiteboard. But here, the first school in Gogolada area council is still using blackboard, which is somehow detrimental to teachers because chalk and even the charcoal itself isn't good for the health. Today, being Friday, the pupils darken the board with charcoal and maybe battery. Pupils will grind battery mixed with charcoal. That's what they use in darkening the board. I think the reason for the battery is because it has a lasting effect on the board. So from the chemicals they use in producing them. Now for sourcing of the chalks, the school authority does that. The school authority provides teachers with chalk. And there are times that we don't have chalk to teach, mostly on weekends, just like Fridays, at times on Thursdays also. The school will be lacking in chalk. In the whole school, there might just be only 1 packet of chalk, and teachers have to just ration maybe 1 or 2 chalks. And this limits teaching of teachers.
We use chalk. We have whiteboard. Okay, I think that board too is also a challenge. As far as you use chalk and every day you keep changing clothes, it weakens our clothes. chalk, if you know chalk properly, when you use chalk, the dust from chalk weakens fabrics. So like our clothes are not even up to because of the chalk we use. And then the blackboard are not smooth. So most times you can write on the board, except if you write in just a little side of the board, when other sides are already destroyed by the students.
There is nothing that is coming from maybe this is what the government brought, especially the chalks, as at least by now we're supposed not to be using chalk. Other schools, even private schools, are using marker, whiteboard marker. And here we go to even interior schools that are private, they are using
chalk that we have been using
whiteboard marker. But here we are still using chalk. And even those chalks are not being provided from school, from the office. It is the head teacher that provides it.
The broken ceilings and roofs blown off by heavy rainstorms with age remain a glaring danger that needs to be checked urgently. A picture of overcrowded classrooms earlier captured speaks volumes to the need for a conducive environment for learning.
This is, I think, on the 5A and B, and in each class we have at least 45 pupils. So at least 90 pupils are here. 90 pupils. The seats are very little, as you can see. I think here we have around 25 or 26 seats. And in a seat, we have almost 4 pupils sitting here. So these are issues that we've been having here. And the school authority have written over and over, but it seems nothing is being done towards it. They've been coming, we've had even officials from FCD here. They've taken pictures, they've taken videos of the school environment and the school buildings, but still, up to now, we've not seen any work done. And when it comes to instructional materials, let's say about 99% of staffs in this school provide their instructional materials, even up to textbooks. Yes, even up to textbooks. All the teachers buy their textbooks themselves. The school does not give a dime and whatsoever. And then there was a time the boards were also having issues. The teachers in the class were the one who contributed money, got cement, and then fixed some of the boards. Yes, so it's something we've already been doing for a very long time.
There are, however, promises by the government to address the challenges, according to the head teacher.
These challenges we have been telling quality assurance, and they promise that they will do it. They promise that they will do it.
For how long now?
2 weeks ago, I met with ESC. Promised if there will be fencing, again in Gogada, it will be here. We met 2 weeks ago. He promised that if there will be a program, put in project, she promised to fence this school.
But most of all is the minimal or complete lack of budgetary allocation in some instances, which is the core of the matter.
To most of us, it's our passion. Even though the pay is not what we envisage, but we are doing it because we have love for these kids. These kids are people that are going to head this country tomorrow. So if they are not educated and we don't impart knowledge to them, then the country will be in trouble. If we have to go by the pay, I don't think you see anybody in schools, even secondary schools.
How long then will it take the government or authorities concerned to respond positively? Only time will tell. But the camera lens of AD4 TV radio, supported by the Wole Soyinka Center for Investigative Journalism and MacArthur Foundation, will keep beaming its searchlight on LEA Paikoro until the desired changes are seen, and amongst other schools within the FCT.
From what I heard, our school is supposed to be a boarding school, but it's unfortunately it's a new school, it's just 3 years old, and we don't even have a place of our own. We are squatting actually with the junior school. So when they close in the morning, we go there in the afternoon for our lessons. I don't stay in the environment. I come from a very far place to the school every day. Okay. So I can't say much about the environment. We have a staff room, we have 2 labs, and we have the admin office. I think 2 offices that were barricaded for the admin office. And we have a big hall That is actually what belongs to our school for now that I know. Then the chairs constructed by the school. But for classes, we use the junior section. We don't have a class of our own, though we have a place of our building now, which the plan is still on ground, but it's just that we don't have funds to execute them. Up to SS3 and our first set just graduated. And by God's grace, I'll tell you that our labs are well equipped. Our only problem is school facilities, like the classes right now. That's the problem we have majorly. Then we have shortage of staffs. We have very few permanent teachers. So the school had to employ part-time PTA teachers that they pay using the PTA, the money generated from the PTA levy and other levies to pay the teachers also, in order for learning to take place effectively. I think our basic challenge is teachers, then classroom. But for me, I take 6th class. I take the whole SS3 from A to F. So you see, the workload is a little bit heavy. And me being here for this event, like my students have missed class, they have not attended to my class for 2 days, even though I gave them notes and it's not enough. But they need someone there to be